Let's go! Welcome back. All rise. Court is now in session because it is time for another sports take with your guy, Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. How's everybody doing on Monday? I hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. Hope your week is off to a great start. Some of you probably looked at the calendar and realized you have today off. It's President's Day. I'm doing well today. Man, my reaction to that new NBA All-Star format was that it was garbage. It was horrid. You know something? I don't even know how I sat through that crap. I promised myself that I wouldn't do it to myself, and I did it anyway. I got nausea watching it. I could have checked out, and I almost checked out, but I just started doing other things around the house. I played with my daughter while the game stayed on in the background for the hell of it. I could have put on a movie halfway through it. Literally, one of the worst experiences I've ever had watching anything. I can't get my 3 hours back. I mean, like, really, what was that crap? It drives me crazy that the NBA tries to resurrect the product by implementing a format where these guys are playing a game of pickup basketball. That's basically what it was. I felt like I was watching grown men play street ball at a local park somewhere. If I wanted to see that, I'll actually go to a local park nearby and watch a group of men run up and down the pavement putting a ball in the hoop. The new format did absolutely nothing. Still no defense, 3-point shooting exhibition with a botched attempt at a comedy show thrown in. If I want comedy, I can go to the Laugh Factory or watch the Kings of Comedy on one of these streaming service apps. The NBA's latest gimmick really didn't fix the effort level in the All-Star game. I thought it was boring as hell, and the new format was just dumb. It's a league that actually harmed its own product, and it's utterly baffling. It's a league that obviously doesn't care enough about the fans, because if the NBA actually thought about the fans, it wouldn't have gone to this extreme. Just cancel this nonsense already. Nobody wants to see it. Every year, I feel like with all the changes, it only gets worse and worse. You're selling a product that's pushing away the fans. That was the wackest NBA All-Star weekend ever. The 3-game format, and I think I speak for everybody when I say this, the 3 games just provided more time for commercials and filler TV. Terrible. Who the hell thought it was a good idea to have multiple games and the score only goes to 40? You completely took the joy out of the game. An utter disgrace. You are to be ashamed of yourself if you think that's what an All-Star game is supposed to look like. The fact that the NBA even came up with something like this is laughable. What are we doing here? Anybody associated with the NBA should be ashamed. You know what? This is worse than shameful. It's disgusting. I'm angry with people who are satisfied with this. I don't know how you can be okay with this. It's been a clown show from the NBA. I would like to see people speak up on it and tell us how they really feel and what solution do you come up with to fix the mess the NBA has made. Fans don't deserve this as it is. Actually atrocious. Never seen anything like it. Everyone involved should slap themselves silly for creating this nonsense. And you know, I'm all for change. I'm usually the first one to try and spin stuff like this positively. But this I can't. No one should be bragging about this. It's horrible. I literally could have banged my head on a wall trying to figure out how to actually find any level of enjoyment in this. There was no way you were actually satisfied with that last night. There was no way, unless you're just easy to please and will go for anything. But I don't just go for any and everything. I'm not happy with this, not one bit. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm happy with it. You guys can obviously hear it in my voice. You can feel my unhappiness screaming from your eyes. You feel my emotions. Don't you also feel this way? It's kind of like the NBA has let down its fan base. It has turned away its fans. The lack of interest I have is inexpressible. Most uninterested I've been in a long time. I'm exhausted. There is no way to make the NBA look good, especially when it comes to viewership and when it comes to creating an atmosphere that changes the game for the better. Spice up the game. That's something the NBA hasn't done. The NHL? Now that's where it's at. That exhibition hockey game the other night was more lit than the NBA events. The NHL players have brought in. They're locked in. You have guys who are fully invested. It feels like an actual game, like they're playing for something bigger than themselves. This tournament style for the NBA is a complete waste of time. I hate it. I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. It makes zero sense. And if this is the format they're going to keep, then they should just put the game out of its misery and not have an all-star game at all. It's an insult and it's a disgrace to former NBA players who helped elevate the league to what it is, or should I say what it was. And if this is going to be the new thing going forward, then I can promise you that I won't waste 1 minute next year watching that trash. I don't care who is playing in it. I don't care where it's played. I don't care who the rapper or performer is. I'm not watching it. This is on the players. We've gotten to a point where changes had to come. Changes had to be made because these young dudes today don't take the game seriously. They want to be all-stars, but don't want to play like all-stars. And that's why the game is in the current state it's in, because you have these star players who go out there and put forth no effort and instead make a mockery of the NBA. Treat it as if it's a regular game or a playoff game. They don't. And because of that, the NBA felt compelled to go ahead and change the format, not only to try to make it more appealing and interesting to the masses, but to try to, make it more watchable and to motivate the players in a sense. But I'm not watching it next year. I personally have no interest. This was done to try to motivate the players to play. If you have to motivate players to play, that's a problem. And that's why the NBA is what it is. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time out of your day. I really appreciate it. I'm wrapping this up now. I got to go real quickly. But guys, take care. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We'll talk again very soon. Appreciate y'all. Have a good day.